Welcome into the Worcester Ice Center. My name is Max Walpup. We thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night from the center of Massachusetts. Hello again and welcome to the third game and final game of this three-game set between the Worcester Blades and the Shenzhen Kunlun Red Star Vanke Rays. Worcester, coming to tonight's game, they have not won a game in 31 tries. They are trying for their first victory in 368 days. Their last victory coming against the Toronto Furies, January 6th, 2018. Similar to that night, it is very cold outside. Not similar to that night, it is rather nice and toasty here in the Fidelity Center, Worcester Ice Center. Morgan Turner will lean in on the face-off for Worcester up against Alex Carpenter as we get started. Your goaltenders for tonight's game, Mariah Fujimagari starting off in the goal to your left, and Kimberly Newell in the pipes for Vanke. The puck is down. Let's have a little fun on this Wednesday. I'm so used to saying Saturday in Boston. Chelsea Goldberg had 2 goals in the last contest between these two squads. She gets the first shot on goal, taken right off the puck and right up the gut goes Alex Carpenter. Finds a pass for Mercer, a chance on net, and Fujimagari tested with an early save. Wong around the kick plate, finds Mercer, Carpenter to loose puck, and banks out for Wong all the way through. Alexis Miller gets her first shot block. 30 seconds gone by in the first period. Wong for Carpenter behind the net, can't spin a pass for Mercer, who will head after the loose puck on the right-hand side. Scoreless contest thus far, just about a minute played. Hannah Bunton, Lauren Williams, the Blades all-star defenseman, all over her as Miller will clean it up and head it to the blue line and no further. Her first to it was Melanie Jouet. Miller finally spins this one out and a little too much ahead of Goldberg. Mercer will play it all the way back on her side of the table, a minute gone by in the first period of action. Fujimagari, the Markham, Ontario native, product of Slovakia's SKP Bratislava. She'll watch this puck go all the way down the other end of the ice as Newell has her first chance to handle the biscuit. Newell, a first-round pick this past year by Shenzhen. He was picked number 5 overall. This one is tipped to her left, as after it first will be Atkinson. Greaves out in front. She had a good buzz during warm-ups. Couldn't turn a shot loose. Greaves off the wall. After it goes Anderson. For Greaves again. Greaves stops and gets shoved to the ground for her trouble as Newell opts to cover the puck. As we thank you again for joining us. 18:09 to play in the first period here on Worcester Blades YouTube channel. A scoreless contest thus far. The final one of January for Worcester. Their next game will be against the Markham Thunder as puck goes banking off of a player and nearly over to the glass. To the back again, all the way shot through and skips right through the blue paint. Worcester buzzing early in today's contest. Rachel Lanes, a familiar name to the Worcester Blades. She played 4 years in the CWHL, a couple of those with the then Boston Blades, where she won a Clarkson Cup in 2015. Up ahead, Rebecca Fleming. She'll cross the red line and dump in to the left of the goaltender. 17:30 to play. Megan Myers, the captain of the Blades, negative of Las Vegas, Nevada. Spun shot through, never got through to its intended target. Lanes once more, the San Jose, California native, will just dump it in and head for a change as instructed by her head coach, Bob Duraney. A lot of pace to this game early on, just the one stoppage with about 2 minutes into the contest. Byway. Mercer poked it through her. Out of the reach of Harris for Carpenter again to the slot, and a block shot off of the leg of Megan Sperling. Around for Bunton, gets it on her forehand. Harassed by 2 Blades and able to find a pass for Carpenter. Never got through, but right on it was Wong to get it back for Carpenter, the Boston College product. Holding many offensive records for the Eagles as Wong, a shot and a glove save for Fujimagari. 16:38 to play, a scoreless contest in the first. Worcester 0 for 19 to start the season. Shenzhen 9-8-1. They will head to Montreal this weekend to take on the Canadiens, who currently sit second in the CWHL. They'll play 2 games against them. Miller off the faceoff win, rings it around. Anderson lets it go through her. No icing as it could have been played by Byway. Wong, hard around. Never got out of the zone. Courtney Turner along the wall. Miller spins, waits. Williams had already fled the zone, but it bounces for Anderson. Greaves looking for her options. Greaves, as you get a look at the slot, Kimberly Newell comes out and shot away from the point. Byway got a nice tip on it to send it away. Turner for Miller, and able to keep it in, but not very long. Turner flips it in after keeping the red line, and it'll be a fire wagon change for Worcester. Rui manages not to get a stick on it, right underneath her blade, and Worcester gets a fortunate break here with the icing call. 15:52 to go in a scoreless game. Megan Myers will assume the left wing for this faceoff. She'll be celebrating her 27th birthday on January 23rd. Chelsea Goldberg will turn 26 3 days later. 15:40 to go in the first. Wong, kick save and a beauty, rebound right back to her. Wong never got it back to her forehand. Wong keeps the blue line. Anderson spinning with it, Jouet, and she heels it right wide. Jouet once more. Fires again, kick right to a waiting Vanke player. Never got down. Fujimagari covers this one for a faceoff. 15:24 to go in a scoreless game. Fujimagari was a draft pick of the Markham Thunder. Opted to play in Slovakia for SKP. Had a 157 goals against average and a 941 save percentage across all competitions. Bunton checked hard off the puck, no arms raised, so we play on. Goldberg can't get around Woods. Jouet on the other side of center for Shenzhen. Home run pass, banks off of the backhand, and dangerous play for Fujimagari, but it ends up working out. Morgan Turner flying past Alex Carpenter. Carpenter gives her a hack, and Turner able to come into the offensive end with it. Didn't get past the Vanke bench. 14:50 to play, a scoreless game. Megan Turner disrupts the play, and Woods sends her to the wall. A couple players crashing into the crease, and Turner crashing to the ice. 14:38 to play. Megan Sperling flip it off the penalty glass. Carpenter's got it, and she'll flip in. Fujimagari, comfortable coming out of her cage, leaves it for Sperling, who's tied up with Jishin. Jishin, a multi-time representative of Team China from 2009 to 2015 across many competitions, including the Olympics and the Asian World Games. She has the puck now, a shot, and a kick save, Fujimagari. Miller, around and through the skates of Lannis. Shinan, down for Lannis again. Turner gives her a bump and has control. 2-on-1, she leaves it for Harris. Anderson comes in support, and she has to spin to avoid the pressure on the right side. Megan Sperling, pass through the center of the ice. Jishin breaks it up. Leah Lum can't get a shot away, bounces around before Anderson stick handles through a phone booth just to get it to the blue line. Flip up in the switch side for Miller. Harris rides her to the wall. It's 13:37 to go in a scoreless game. Lum can't settle the bouncing puck. A chippy, quick start here for this game. Myers to her backhand along the wall. Around Byway, sends Turner free. She's got Greaves in a 2-on-1 moving forward. Turner unable to field a good pass and sends it around the wall. Myers fresh back on it, shot on, and it's a save for Newell. 13:10 to play, a scoreless contest. A flip in for Shenzhen. Fujimagari can't put a stop on this one. Manages to get back to her crease. Madison Wu gets it past Rebecca Fleming, and Alexis Miller banked off of Anderson. Williams around, out of the reach of Fleming, and Jouet keeps it alive. Shenzhen floating with possession in the offensive end. Wu, as they try to set up the attack below the goal line. All the way across, Woods, Jouet, chance on net, blocked by a few bodies, and Stathopoulos chases it down. Williams can't punch it free, and right in front, Fujimagari, a 10-bell save. 12:27 to go, Shenzhen buzzing here. Fujimagari punches it into her body, and she will cover the bid from Melanie Jouet. 12:22 to go, the Richmond, British Columbia native with the most recent shot. She was an 8th round pick by Kunlun Red Star in 2017. She She played her collegiate career at Cornell and was an assistant coach at Lindenwood University until this year. Jouet waits, backhand right onto Goldberg, not the one you want to turn it over to. Goldberg cutting to the middle of the ice, a little bit of room, missed it on the shot. Pass splits the defense of Worcester, and Turner will win the race for icing. Back the other way comes the faceoff. 12 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock here in the first period. We again thank you for joining us on Worcester Blades YouTube channel. So we shout out thanks to all the men and women in our technical and media crew, including my brother Zachary, who is working the camera tonight. Family affair up here. Any complaints, please direct them to him. Anyway, 12 minutes and 2 seconds to go as my brother just gave me a symbol I'm not allowed to tell you about on camera. Mercer flips it around the kick plate. Woods goes after it, and she gets for it. Carrie Atkinson pokes it, and Mercer puts a stop to the play. Mercer. Turner breaks up the pass for Carpenter. Around the wall, can't get it by Bunton. For Carpenter once again, spun it to the front, and right on net, no shot, and a good stop by the Blades. 11:30, they're not out of the woods just yet. Carpenter, across the blue line, Ji-Shin, wind and fire, save made. Mercer, bank it off the boards for Megan Turner to get it just down to the enemy blue line. A partial change on for Paul Kennedy and the Blades. Durini will send Lanes on, the only change of the period thus far. 11 minutes to go. Lanes speedy through center and blocked by Harris on the bid from the middle of the slot. Lanes again flips it to Lum. Cross ice pass, no go. Right out in front, it's still loose. The Blades trying to cover, and Fujimagari does as she gets the trapper down on it. 10 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the first period. Chelsea Goldberg, the only Blade to score in Sunday's contest against Shenzhen. It was the first home goal in 377 minutes and 10 seconds of gameplay at home, dating back to the home opener of this year. A shot goes wide. Lum spins it around, no go. It was Goldberg's first goal since 15-18 of the second period against Kunlun Red Star from 2017 in December. That was 34 games ago. Lum waits. Her patience is rewarded with a Alexis Miller pickpocket. Stathopoulos for Greaves. Greaves with some speed, right side. Greaves on net. Newell the save, and she will cover. Megan Greaves out of Cary, North Carolina, played a lot of seasons with Alex Carpenter on those Boston College Eagles teams. They were both part of a nearly perfect senior year that resulted in a trip to the finals and a loss to the University of Minnesota. And Stathopoulos pokes one forward ahead of Carpenter, who was a big-time star on that team. Mercer, drop pass. Bunton looking for Carpenter, no go. Mercer again, still dangerous. Wind and fire. Bunton couldn't get a handle on the first shot, and Fujimagari slid across to make that stop. 10 minutes and 1 second to go as Paul Kennedy whistles from the bench and makes a signal for them to pick up the play. Carpenter, another face-off win. Shot from the back for Woods, ended up in the blade of Carpenter. Carpenter off of her glove, and she'll tap her with her stick to get it away from Rebecca Fleming. Mercer once more for Red Star. Force of habit, the Rays. Played it on down Shin. Around for Bunton. Pop up, and it fields in play Fleming. Now Shin can't keep it in, and it just stays in line. And the Rays are onside here. Woods waiting for something to develop as new players come in from the bench. Plays it to a vacant corner. Bounces for Jouet. Myers, a shove. Jouet keeps the puck. Morgan Turner comes in, as does Aaron Kickham, and the puck is free for anyone to grab it. Ming Hu, taken off by Turner. Shin will be the first one to it. Chelsea Goldberg has a stick in it. 9 minutes to go in the first. Still scoreless here from Worcester. Rui down for Ming Hu. Misplay. Miller, Turner the kick, and it'll be cleared all the way down. This one is strong enough, but it will be called for icing. 8 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the first. Shenzhen looking to extend their winning streak. Face off one backward again. From the line, down to Wu. Around the boards, they'll keep it here on the left side. Ng, the former Blade, cutting across around former teammate Aaron Kickham. The play is still held in the Worcester end. Morgan Turner will flip it up ahead, and it'll be played by Ji Shin, so a chance to change for Kennedy and the Blades. More fast-moving puck here. Ji Shin whiffs on the shot. Shinan. Lannis couldn't poke it free. Harris banks off of Anderson's skates, and this will be icing, and Newell came out of her crease, so she opts to play it to keep the play alive. Under 8 to play in the first period, still of a scoreless first period. Out of the reach of Lannis, onto the stick of Megan Sperling. Pass through the middle of the ice, and thank you very much, goes Zhao Shinan. On net and a kick save, Fujimagari on a shot from distance. Turner chases, bumps off Lum on the puck. Lum, she's got it right to the slot, kicked by Greaves, and able to keep it out of the stick of Wong. Miller waits, spins to her backhand. Sperling cuts that one off, and she has to skate with it. 7:13 to play. Shot from on the way. Courtney Turner had a bank off of her potty. Lannis again, stuck along the wall. 7 minutes to play. Shenzhen's had the majority of possession. They haven't been able to pierce Fujimagari yet. Byway, wind and fire right into the skates of Turner. Flipped onto Lannis' stick. Lum, as Shenzhen keeps the Blades hemmed in. Turner has it. Turner waits, gets around Carpenter. Greaves, and along the wall it's taken by Jouet, fresh off the bench. Shenzhen's very good at that long chain. Right in front, Carpenter, she scores. Great setup play. Jouet came off the bench on the change, took the puck around the net, and Carpenter set up for the 1-2-3 pass. 6:32 to play, and Shenzhen pierces the scoreboard. They are on first with Carpenter's 12th of the season. There's a reason she's an all-star forward. Kaylee Mercer again along the right-hand wall. Keeping it along, 6:23 to go. In the first period, it is a 1-0 game. Shenzhen in the lead. Play it up the wall, and this will be icing on Shenzhen. It's just a matter of who had the assists at this point to delay the announcement. It is a 1-0 game on the goal from Alex Carpenter. 21st point of the season for her. Stathopoulos leans in on a face-off, and it's won backward again by the most recent goal scorer. Myers falls to a knee to keep it in the offensive end. Bunton waits, pins it around Jouet. Keeps it through, keeps her legs churning, and it's a 3-on-2 through center. Jouet finds the far pass from Mercer and a poke check for Miller. Carpenter waits, trying to set up Woods for another one, can't get it. Madison Wu holds, backhand along for Mercer. Miller staples her to the boards. Williams now switches with Miller on Carpenter. Wind and fire ends up in Williams' skates from the back end bid from Ji Shin. All the way on net, Newell has to make the save on the distance shot. 5:20 to go in the first period. Carpenter the lone goal scorer for Shenzhen. Turnover here, Megan Turner has it, now Morgan Turner. Morgan Turner from the left-hand side, shot on, punched aside by Newell. Megan Turner spins to her knees, finds a shot on net. 5 minutes to go. Goldberg waits. Shot from the back, and Newell couldn't pick that one out. It went harmlessly wide. Kick 'em. Around the boards, Morgan Turner chasing. Goldberg coming off for a change behind the play. Megan Turner, her stick was tied up momentarily, and Shenzhen manages to escape. Anderson, hard forecheck in. Megan Turner leaves it off for her. Pass right to Taryn Harris. Courtney Turner sees her options come in. Anderson the tip, no icing as Newell is forced to make the save. 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Prior to tonight's game, Worcester, between their four goaltenders, Fuji-McGarry, Convery, Dom, and Ratcliffe, they had 777 saves between them to keep them in contests. Anderson flip and Greaves overskated the puck, and now looking to make them pay here are the Rays. Miller waits, long shot in, another chance, bounces over the cage, another bid for Lannis. Miller right back to her, skate to stick, couldn't get a shot on net, went wide. Greaves up the wall, gets it out, Courtney Turner chasing, right to the middle of the ice. Anderson will flip in, and Greaves goes in after it. Newell leaves it right for her. Megan Greaves flip it right on net, and the backhand ends up in the equipment of a Ray, and she says thank you very much. 3:35 to go. Lum flips it in. Lum, the second round pick by the Rays this past summer. Spent her collegiate career at UConn. Out of the reach of Myers, and this will be icing on Worcester. 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Carpenter's goal, the lone difference in today's contest so far. Stathopoulos leans in. Stathopoulos in her second season in the league. Another face-off loss for the Blades. That is another area they've struggled against with Carpenter, Anderson, and Ming Hu. Now Miller jumping in as a center as well today. Shot from the back never got through to its intended target. Carpenter has it. Carpenter gets her on the stick lift of Stathopoulos, who nearly collides with Myers trying to follow her. Shot on, and Fuji-McGarry went down to her butterfly to make the save. It went over her head. Fleming, leave it off still along the wall. Shenzhen still got it, and they'll flip back into the offensive end. Mercer taken off the puck by Atkinson. Morgan Turner to it, the Chicago, Illinois native. Spin it for Aaron Kickham, the Needham, Massachusetts native. Flip up ahead. Goldberg calling for a pass. She manages to get it, but the Blades are offside. And since the pass came from all the way back in the defensive end with 2:28 to go, it'll be a D-zone face-off for Worcester. Stephanie Anderson of North St. Paul, Minnesota will lean in on the face-off, and she wins it back again. Ji Shin, bouncer on, and never got to Fuji-McGarry. Turner, cutting free with it. Turner cutting around three defenders as she breaks out all the way through, and Wu finally checks her off the puck. 2:10 to play. Whipped pass, and now a chance for the Blades forecheck. Try the other side. There's a broken stick in the way, as the referee picks it up behind the play. Shinan, backhand pass Ji Shin, couldn't get one back for her. Now Anderson, held in by a glove of the other Anderson. Stephanie for the Rays throws it on, and a kick save for Fuji-McGarry. Nicole Anderson for the Blades, flip it off the boards, Byways got it. 95 seconds to play. Lannis, quick shot on, save made, the rebound is loose. She still's got it, and a backhand bid. Another kicks for Fuji-McGarry. Miller, looking over her options. Megan Turner still with it. Miller couldn't just get a shot on. Bank up the boards. This will head right on to Newell, so she has to come out and play. No icing with 67 seconds to go. The Blades have changed behind the play. Stathopoulos, one of those players, comes off on the forecheck. Miller, wind and fire, and another punch out for Mariah. Miller waits. Behind the net, she's taken off of the puck. Woods. Blocked by the crossing Stathopoulos. Bunton, Miller on the poke checks. 36 seconds to go. Bunton shakes free with it. Bunton to the front, backhand shot. Fujimagari makes the save, and Melanie Jouet appeals for a penalty. No call. 32.1 to go in the first period of action. Alex Carpenter, the lone goal scorer for the 1-0 game. She leans in on the faceoff. If you can believe it, it is just her second season in the CWHL. Big shot from the point. Jouet's bomb goes wide. Lauren Williams, a long clearance. Rebecca Fleming, as this is not going to be strong enough for icing, but she chases Jouet into a pass. 17 seconds to go. Jouet still got it. Newell barking out instructions, the rookie goaltender from Burnaby, British Columbia. And with 10 seconds to go, Shenzhen not going to get a rush up ice. As Woods held along the wall, pass off the back of the net. And that will do it for the first period of action. A spirited affair, plenty of speed, lots of pace, and just the one goal from Alex Carpenter for Shenzhen to have the lead heading into the break. Mariah Fujimagari made every other stop. Kimberly Newell tested a little bit, and the Worcester Blades have their work cut out for them as they head into the second period down 1-0. We'll bring you that period when we come back on Worcester Blades YouTube channel. Welcome back to Fidelity Ice Center here in Worcester, Massachusetts. Shots on goal for the first period of this contest and a 1-0 score. Shenzhen in the lead over Worcester, 24-8 to the visitors from China. Most dangerous looks for the Blades came on those 2-on-1s that sadly did not result in shots on goal. The officials have taken the ice. We're just waiting for the teams to do the same. Gives me a chance to talk about Kimberly Newell, the starting goaltender for Shenzhen. Haven't had a whole lot of chances to call her name with just the 8 shots on goal. Newell played 111 games for the Princeton Tigers in her collegiate career. A .921 save percentage and a .246 goals against average were her collegiate average. Played 3 games for Canada during the 2012-2013 World Junior Championship, one where they won a gold medal. She is a rookie, drafted in the first round this year by Shenzhen. The teams will switch sides as you take a look at Shenzhen and Worcester retaking their benches. To camera right will be Mariah Fujimagari as she cuts up the blue paint. And to camera left will be Kimberly Newell and the Shenzhen Kunlun Red Star Vanke Rays. Bob Duraney and the Shenzhen coaching staff taking their spots back behind the Shenzhen bench. Duraney you can spot in the fedora gray, he wears it today. Duraney was the head coach at Providence College in Hockey East for 19 seasons, the last 3 of which Blades general manager Derek Alfama was his assistant coach. As the clock ticks down on intermission, we get set to go. Kaylee Mercer, Hannah Bunton, and the line centered by the goal scorer, Alex Carpenter, as she comes into view, ready to take the faceoff. Same starters, same goaltenders. Score is still 1-0. Morgan Turner played her collegiate career at Dartmouth in college hockey as she gets set to lean in against Carpenter. One through the officials' legs. Let's have a little more fun on this Wednesday night. Williams banks it in. Byway, bouncing puck, and she manages to settle it and find her captain Mercer, who will ring it around and right on to Fujimagari, who makes an early stop, 19:46 to go in the second period. The 2 most experienced players on these teams today as the Blades win a faceoff and ring it around. Our 5th-year defender Jessica Wong, as shot from Bunton goes around, and 5th-year forward for the Blades Megan Myers. Myers, the last representative of the Clarkson Cup winning team for the Blades to stay with the Blades. Lannis for Shenzhen still was on that team as well, as Williams and Miller team up to get it out of the end. Goldberg flip through the red line. Bunton breaks up the bid for Megan Turner, who stick lifts her, nearly getting around Wong for a chance at net. Byway around Anderson. 19 minutes to go in the second period of action. Fujimagari puts a stopper on that leak. Anderson can't get it out. Woods holds it alive for Shenzhen. Carrie Atkinson, the defender out of Fort Worth, Texas. Second in Lindenwood history in games played, 135. Played for Sweden professionally in 2017-18. Out of the offensive end, Shenzhen forced to retreat and set up in their own eyes, as this one is too far out of the reach of Miller, and it is icing on Shenzhen. 18 minutes and 31 seconds to go. A 1-0 score. We thank you for joining us on the Worcester Blades YouTube channel. Paul Kennedy opting to keep most of the same crew out there, just switching the defense, as Kickham finally heeds the call to get off the ice. Greaves shot on, blocked by the centers, who are tied up in the dot. Jouet, long pass across to nobody in particular. Megan Sperling says thank you. Woods, as Anderson got her long reach around her and poked it around. Madison Wu back in for Shenzhen. 18:10 to go in the second period of a 1-0 hockey game. Anderson taken off the puck by Harris. Around again, Sperling can't defend this bid. Madison Wu's shot is past the glove of Fujimagari. 2 minutes gone by in the second period. Shot right on for Anderson, and bid goes up and high. Courtney Turner plays it down to herself. Taryn Harris can't catch up to that puck, as Jishin cannot keep this one in, so Anderson will come back to her side of the table and reset. Right to Sperling, finds Anderson for the Blades, as they collide at neutral ice, and Harris will chase the loose puck. Madison Wu forces her into a pass, and Shenzhen keeping it alive in the offensive side. Twister pass on the way, shot on, save made for Fujimagari, rebound, and no shot came on the second chance. Third chance now, Shenzhen trying once more. The fourth chance, Fujimagari looks like she had it and keeps it alive though. Sperling, backhand flip, and nearly too many women for Shenzhen. That came close, but they keep it alive on the offensive end. 3 minutes gone by in the second period. Carpenter, by-away, wind and fire, and Fujimagari makes a save and puts a stop to this nonsense. 16:52 to go, second period of action. Fujimagari played her college hockey at Maine from 2013 to 2017. In 34 games played in her career, had a .890 save percentage. To the back it comes. Carpenter couldn't catch up with this pass. Now she's got it. Backhand flip, Bunton will chase. Miller gives chase as well. Mercer coming down and keeping it alive along the wall. Rounds up in the skates of Carpenter. Another shot, another save. Fujimagari. Mercer circles the wagons. Open ice ahead on her backhand, and a save for Fujimagari. 16:20 to go, and a free clearance as Shenzhen misses on the pass. Newell helps her defense out. Wong. Up the right side wall. Blades caught in the middle of a change. Hannah Bunton lets it go by her. Mercer is on side here as Atkinson pitchforks it out of her reach. Atkinson up ahead finds Turner. Turner catches up with it. She still has it. Morgan Turner carries it in there on side, but it's slipped right back out by Wong, and Bunton is cut off by Kickham, who gives her a shove down for the fall. Right into the padding of Wong, and keeping it on side are the Rays. Kong Ming Hu waits, waiting for something. Backhand pass for Hannah Miller. Miller, a rookie in her first season from Vancouver, British Columbia. She is an all-star forward for these Rays, as Lum can't get a shot away. 15:24 to go in the second period. A 1-0 score. Alex Carpenter, the lone tally back in the first period. Woods interchange, waiting for a shot back to her, and Woods could not get a shot on. Fujimagari cuts off the pass to put a stop to play with 15:11 to go, as the Blades will change personnel. We thank you again for joining us on the Worcester Blades YouTube channel. I'm Max Walpuff, and we send thank you to the men and women in our technical media and front house crew tonight for making today's game possible. Greaves comes in off the face-off dot and manages to escort it to the blue line, and the Blades are able to get it out of the zone. But this will be a penalty coming up as Sperling took a hard fall to the ice. It'll be a holding call, as Miller will have the box door open for her. 14:58 to go. Sperling picks herself up, wipes herself off, and will head to the bench with a little limp. That'll be something interesting to watch. The Blades, if she's out for any extended stretch of time, the Blades will just be playing with 5 defenders, but they'll roll out the power play unit with 14:58 to go. Worcester scoring their third and fourth power play goals in Sunday's contest. Anderson, bank pass, looking out in front for Greaves, held in by Williams. Williams waits for Greaves. Setting up on the power play, Miller cutting into the slot, can't get a shot away. Courtney Turner even jumped out to get it, and it's poked out. Bunton in with some speed. Anderson cuts off, and great poke check by the 6-foot forward. Making good use of those long arms as Anderson breaks up the play. Miller Turner waits, skips it back behind Miller, and Fujimagari's got it. Comfortable out of her cage for Atkinson. Now, that's Williams, 7, not 5. I should have known Williams is a lot taller than Atkinson. Anyway, Greaves breaking in. Shot on is up and into the netting, out of play. We will do it again. 1 minute, 3 seconds to go in the power play. Face off to the gloved hand side of Kimberly Newell. 14:01 to play in the second period. Blades their first power play chance, the first of any team in today's contest. Behind the net for Stathopoulos. For Fleming. Atkinson now on the shot and in the slot, broken up, 2-on-1. Shenzhen going the other way. Wong waits, driving wide, can't get the shot through as Atkinson got down to block it away. 42 seconds of power play time separate us from 5-on-5 play. Great kick by Megan Myers to keep the play alive. Stathopoulos carries it into the zone. Drop pass. Myers sends it behind, and the Blades hold it in. Shot on in a block, and Stathopoulos couldn't get a stick down to the ice. Atkinson trying to hold, she cannot, and with 20 seconds to go, she will chase. 13-14 to go. Myers chasing in. The Blades are onside on this play. Wind and fire. Newell with the save out of her crease. 11 seconds of power play time for Worcester as Alexis Miller and Lauren Williams exchange words at the blue line, trying to set up the last bit of this power play. Pushed back by Carpenter. Along the wall, Miller keeps it in. Miller waiting. Power play about to expire for Worcester. It does right now as Miller exits the sin bin. Turner winds up, short wrister on the way, and Newell being shoved out of the way by her own teammate. 3-on-2, Williams gets back as Bunton has it, and the Rays are onside. Drop pass for Carpenter. She moves, Bunton calling for it. She shin a shot on the way, and Bunton missed it on the back post. 12:34 to go, even at full strength, 5-on-5. Sheenan, back for Carpenter. Under Sheenan's blade, Bunton. Waiting for it, 12:20 to go, a 1-0 lead. Bunton emerges, but loses the puck. Mercer has it, and Fujimagari making an interesting save with her shoulder. 12:10 to go. Cutting across and not able to get a shot away, Bunton. If they can send Goldberg free, they cannot, though, as this will not be icing, as Goldberg definitely had the race won, and she breaks up the pass from Newell, but Sheenan breaks up her pass for Megan Turner. Mercer, long bid from Bunton, goes way wide. Spinning out in front, and Bunton couldn't get the return pass. Megan Greaves breaking up her chance. Greaves as Shenzhen changes on the fly. Greaves around Jouet, keeping control of the puck. Miller cutting her off, and Jouet pokes it right into the bodies. Anderson comes along in support. Miller emerges from the scrum with it. And up ahead for Leah Lum. 11:20 to go in a 1-0 game for Shenzhen. Back on offense are the Rays. Jouet bombs away, and a save for Fujimagari. Woods, down from her D position. Around the wall, Greaves has her stick lifted, and Jouet cuts her off. Kickham and Atkinson team up to take it away. Pass to a vacant corner. Leah Lum's got it for Shenzhen. Lum, drop ahead for number 6, Jouet. Atkinson getting away from pressure. 10:43 to go, gets around a body, and now up ice with it. Ahead she sends in Greaves, a long shot, and a big save for Newell, the 5'7" goaltender from British Columbia. 10 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the second period. Anderson leaning in on the faceoff in her second season in the CWHL. Stolen here by Fleming. Myers can't get to it. Fleming the chance. Puck was open. It was batted out of the air by Madison Wu. Anderson with speed, right side. Cutting to the center. Shot gets blocked. Wu shot on, blocked again. 10-17, Byway bombs away. Shot goes wide. Fleming can't get it around her block. Jessica Wong preventing Myers from going in one-on-one with Byway. Halfway through the game now in the second period, 10 minutes to go. 6-car pileup results in Shenzhen coming free with it. Megan Sperling, who is on the ice for this shift, for Michelle Ng, and Ng, a stop made by Fujimagari to the back wall. This run is rung all the way out and down to Shenzhen's end of the table. Byway once more. Waiting, opting not to pass there, finds Wong. Wong finds Carpenter. Carpenter waits for her teammates to get onside and off the bench. They do so. Chance here for the Blades, they get it out of the zone. 9:26 to play. Bunton, and she couldn't get this one into the offensive end. Poked up ahead, Morgan Turner chasing it down, as does Chelsea Goldberg. Sheenan swoops in and saves the loose puck. Out of the reach of Mercer, finds Morgan Turner, who finds Lauren Williams. From the back, it's banked off of the skate of Megan Turner, so no icing as Wong is forced to make a play on it. Morgan Turner disrupting the exit. Megan Turner taking it from there. 8:48 to play. So we get a look at the Blades on the offensive end. A stick lift gets Wong's stick out of the way. Megan Turner moving around the net, couldn't get it behind Newell. Now Megan Turner shoved right into the referee. Works out just fine for Shenzhen. Bunton up for Carpenter, who flips it off the glass and in, and she'll head for a change. Mercer, the lone woman on the forecheck. Nobody for Shenzhen there to cover the open puck, but it'll be a penalty for tripping on Worcester. Mercer creating havoc on that play. She'll celebrate a birthday January 18th. As heading to the box for Worcester is... looks like Nicole Anderson will head in. Anderson, one of a few Providence College products to have played under Bob Delaney. Spent 2009 to 2013 for the Friars, an undrafted free agent. This is her first professional season. As, hang on a second, not totally sure what the referees are discussing here, but Courtney Turner will be the one going off to serve the penalty instead of Nicole Anderson, so they'll just switch spots. One was going to take the face off anyway, but they get the right woman in there and flip up into the glove of Lum to keep it alive. Shenzhen sets up their first power play of the night. Jouet, Lum, setting up in the umbrella. Down low. Anderson setting up in front of the net. Jouet finds in, now Miller, a shot wide of the net. Madison Wu carries it to the wall. Anderson swooping in. 30 seconds gone by in the power play. It's been all Shenzhen. Jouet couldn't hold but keeps it in zone. Miller breaks up the pass. Anderson spins, couldn't connect with Wu, and Greaves a 200-foot clear. Newell coming out to play, and no far pass for her. Lum waiting. Lum and forced away from her first option by Myers. Mercer spins. Myers nearly takes her into the wall. A minute to go in the power play. Bunton never got a clear shot. Wong for Bunton right into the knees of Mercer. That's gotta hurt. 50 seconds to go as Bunton chases the loose puck. Carpenter off of her boots and into Myers, so no offsides here, as it was banked in off of Shenzhen, but Shenzhen's got the puck anyway. Mercer with some speed around Hickey. Cutting right in, and a save for Fujimagari, who can find the loose puck first. It's Shenzhen. Woods, Wong, Bunton, and Fujimagari with the save on the 1-2-3 passing play. 23 seconds of power play time left to go, and 6:45 to go in the period. Still a 1-0 score, still anybody's hockey game here in Wednesday night in Worcester, Massachusetts. Once again, I'm Max Walpuff, and thank you for joining us and making us part of your night. Bunton Down low. 20 seconds separate us from 5-on-5 play. Wong. Woods again crossing in. Jouet never got a chance at it. Carpenter. Bunton. Waits. Right at the line. Wong. Holding. Bunton again. Back for Wong. Fire away. Right into Stathopoulos. Turner was trying to go free on a breakaway. In front for Fujimagari. Big time split save. Still some trouble here. Not out of the woods just yet. Carpenter. Bunton. Waits, and here's Woods with the puck. I did make that joke just because she was on the ice. Under 6 to play now in the second period. Goldberg pokes it along, and chasing it down will be Shinan. 5:40 to go. Both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Shenzhen, for all of their offensive prowess, they only have 5 power play goals on the season. Morgan Turner leaves it in the skates of Goldberg. Megan Turner can't get it away from Wu, and now 3-on-3. They go through center. Ing, drop pass. Anderson, wind and fire. Save made, and the rebound is behind Fujimagari's cage. Megan Sperling. Small slashes. Can't get it out. Shot goes way wide of Fujimagari. She just watches it sail to a vacant corner. Wu and Turner ensuing in a board battle. Anderson poked in. Shinan keeping it alive. Battle along the right-hand wall. Under 5 to play now in the second period. Not sure who's going to wind up with it in this 8-car pileup. Out to a wall for Jishin. Megan Turner without a stick, able to get it right for Megan Sperling. Anderson comes into the zone and fires one just wide of Newell. Zhao Shinan clearing it up ahead and gets the 2-line pass for Minghu. Kong Minghu drop pass and poked away. Woods, back pass ahead of Melanie Jouet. Woods for Minghu once more. 4:10 to play in the second period. No scoring in this frame. Myers, good defense on the way back and gets it into neutral ice. Jouet finds Miller to the blue line. Now Lum getting around Courtney Turner. Minghu lets it go through her. Emma Woods has it. She'll circle the wagons out in front. Minghu get the save for Fujimagari. Fujimagari making some big-time stops in this frame to keep it at a 1-0 game. But Melanie Jouet will circle back, and Shenzhen remains dangerous with 3:36 to go. Miller waiting for something, crossing up with Jouet. Woods banks off her blade and out of the zone, and Shenzhen has to retreat. No icing here. Miller, the first one to it. Bunton, as Durini trying to rotate out his first line. 3:10 to play. Second period as Stathopoulos gets the steal. Fleming can't get it out the first time. Neither can she do it the second time as Carpenter was draped on her back. Mercer back to the wall. Wong, a shot. Save, and no, they got the goal. Shot from the back, tipped in, and it's 2-0 with 2:54 to go. Jessica Wong, a great shot from the blue line. Not totally sure who got the last tip on it. But it still is 2-0 the score as we get set to resume play in the second period. Turner back in on the faceoff. There's a great line change call by Bob Duraney to rotate on the Carpenter line. Results in a goal. They stay out there for this shift. Carpenter waits. Fill up for Wong. As Bunton with the goal. Mercer still has it. And pass right into the skates of Miller. 2:22 to play in the second period. A 2-0 game. Whole lot of Deuces Wild action. Bunton waits and fires up into the safety netting. The extra point is good, I guess. 2:13 to go, second period of action. Worcester looking for their first victory in 368 days. Last win coming January 6th of 2018, the first game of the 2018 half against the Toronto Furies back in Winthrop, Massachusetts. Anderson for Greaves. Greaves with speed, cutting around one, throws a shot on, and a glove save for Newell. Under 2 to play now in the second period, and an offensive zone draw. Bunton and Carpenter, the goal scorers for Shenzhen, in reverse order. Courtney Turner losing another face-off and will scramble back as Shenzhen breaks it up ahead. Banks off of Miller, and Lum wins the race. Wu holds it, finds a pass. 1:45 to go, no return for Wu. Greaves off the boards and all the way down to Shinan in her own end. Miller broken up by Megan Sperling. Leave pass and miscommunication with Myers sends Shenzhen in. Lum, a weak shot, Fujimagari steers it aside. Both goals for Shenzhen resulting from crisp passing plays. Rebecca Fleming now a 2-on-1 developing with Myers. Fleming a drive and a save for Newell. It's been a lot of one and dones on the tries for Worcester in this contest. One shot, one save, and Shenzhen either gets a face-off out of it or they're back on offense. Stathopoulos leans in and wins the face-off. Fleming to the back wall. Mercer can't get it out. Stathopoulos rotates with it. Drive well wide. Myers will chase it down. Jouet as we enter the final 60 seconds of action in the second period. Atkinson in with Stathopoulos. Woods, the first one to it, flip up in the air and played down to the ice by Carpenter. Bunton waiting, 2-on-1 developing with Mercer coming in, and a hook from behind, no call coming. Fujimagari makes the save, and Worcester keeps it 2-0. 39.4 to go in the second period of action. A 2-0 lead on the goal by Hannah Bunton, the all-star forward of Belleville, Ontario. Was also part of that 2012-13 World Junior Championship tournament with her starting goaltender Kimberly Newell. Goldberg up ahead right to a former teammate in Ing. Ing spins it around for Jouet. Final 20 seconds of play in the second. Morgan Turner can't break up the pass. Banked off of Ing, and a delayed entrance here. Shenzhen can't even get it in. Final 10 seconds. Megan Turner for Goldberg. And in their own end, as the Blades have been most of this game, is where it will end for the second period of action. A goal in each frame for Shenzhen has them ahead 2-0. Goals from Carpenter in the first and a goal from Bunton in the second to get us to the current score, 2-0. Shenzhen in the lead over Worcester. Worcester has their work cut out for them as we enter the third period of action. We'll be right back on Worcester Blades YouTube to bring you the final frame. Welcome back to the Worcester Ice Center. I'm Max Walpuff. Thank you again for joining us on your Wednesday night. We thank you for making us and the Worcester Blades a part of your evening. It is a 2-0 score. Alex Carpenter the tally in the first, and Hannah Bunton the tally in the second. Have Shenzhen up 2-0. The most dangerous lead in all of hockey. We again thank you for joining us on Worcester Blades YouTube. The next broadcast from this channel will be December 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time when the Blades take on the Markham Thunder as Mariah Fujimagari leads the Blades out to start the third period of action. Kimberly Newell leading the Shenzhen Kunlun Red Star Vanke Rays out. There's been a heavy reliance, as it has been all weekend, on their North American skaters. Hearing a lot of Carpenter, Anderson, Bunton, Miller, Woods, Wu, and Lannis tonight. Kaylee Mercer making her impact felt as well with an assist. As Fujimagari cuts up the blue paint, and we're about ready to get back to center ice. Morgan Turner, the second-round pick by Worcester in this past summer's draft. At 5'8", she stands and she'll take the face-off against Alex Carpenter, as they have done for the last 2 periods. Just getting the clock set up, and we're set to go. 20 minutes on the board. Turner leans in against Carpenter. Puck is down. Let's have a little more fun in the third period of action. Wong spins for Mercer. Mercer spins and finds the skates of Miller, who flips it into the offensive end. Chelsea Goldberg after it. Could not keep it alive for Worcester. Clean sheet of ice to start the period. Carpenter making the takeaway. Carpenter a flip, and it's by the skates of Miller. Williams on Carpenter. 30 seconds gone by in the first. Hannah Bunton, the most recent goal scorer, as Mercer hard check into the boards from Miller, and Miller gets away with it and moves up ice. This one will bank right on just past Newell, and that will be icing on Worcester. Nearly working the bank play to perfection. A little bit too obtuse on the angle. I remember some words from my math classes in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. Not much. 19:19 to play the third period, as the Blades were nowhere near set for that faceoff. Taryn Harris tried to cut across from left wing to right wing, and as punishment, Morgan Turner is sent out. She cannot take this faceoff, so Chelsea Goldberg will jump in for it. Williams off the puck now. Michelle Ng couldn't find it behind her. Taryn Harris does, and along the wall, Megan Turner, flip up ahead. Morgan Turner, she's got it just ahead of her reach, sliding for it, and Shenzhen taking the play the other way. Ng over the blue line for Wu. Big time bomb on the way, goes wide. Atkinson holds, and Anderson gives her a little bit of trouble. Turner runs into Wu on the pass. Anderson cuts across. Ng, no chance for a one-timer. Crossing pattern again for the Blades. They cannot get out. Ng, who was calling for it, sends a shot right into Anderson's skates. Nicole Anderson for the Blades. Atkinson and Nicole Anderson swoops in. A 3-on-1 coming. Anderson could not complete the pass to Courtney Turner, who has it once more in the takeaway. Greaves one-timer, not able to finish. 18-14, it's underneath the Shenzhen player. And finally, someone comes in to get it out of there. Taryn Harris right in her legs and gets a backhand for Anderson from her knees. Greaves taken down, no arms raised, we play on. Under 2 gone by in the third period. Minghu behind Harris. Now Megan Sperling. Up ahead, Myers chasing it down. Sheenan wins the race with her, and Leah Lum able to keep it away from the Blades captain. Miller holds, the all-star forward, waits, and pass goes out of the zone. Shenzhen has to retreat. They've tagged up, and Minghu making the tap to keep the play from being icing as she comes off for the change. Stathopoulos runs right over the puck. Mercer, cross-ice pass for Bunton. Miller right back for Mercer, and this will wind up in the safety netting out of play. Shenzhen currently occupies the final playoff spot with 19 points. A loss of any sort tonight, and the Worcester Blades will be mathematically eliminated from playoff contention. Stathopoulos losing the faceoff to Carpenter, and as the results stand, Carpenter's goal is the game winner, and Shenzhen will get to 21 points this season. We're the only game in action tonight across the CWHL. We thank you for joining us and making us part of your Wednesday. Blades on a delayed offside, bounce pass for Mercer. Just past 3 minutes gone by. Alex Carpenter at the red line, pass broken up. Rebecca Fleming, now Megan Myers. 2-on-2, shot on, Fleming, no tip, and Newell the save. Clearance goes right off of Myers, out in front Fleming. Backhand bid from Turner is whiffed on. Myers again creating some play. Turner trying to get away from some pressure. Williams right along the blue line. Pass gets broken up. And Bunton will dump in, and Shenzhen will head for a change. Fujimagari leaving it for Miller, crossing up with Williams. Off the wall, held in by Anderson, and Shenzhen starts it up. Wu, looking over her options, cuts to the center of the ice. Waits on a forehand shot, banks off of the back of Anderson, who keeps control of her own rebound. Wu, fire, and the pass broken up by Miller. Up ahead for Turner. Megan Turner around the linesman, and Wong able to break up the play. 15:50 to go in the third period. Still buzzing are the Blades as Courtney Turner can't hold the blue line. Flip in, Blades tag up, they are onside, but it's still held by Shenzhen. Turner is still in on the forecheck, and a penalty coming up here. Shenzhen touches, and it's back to the power play for Worcester. They are 0 for 1 so far today. Four for 56 on the season as one of Shenzhen's top defenders, Yu Baiwei, heads to the bench. Baiwei, a multi-time representative of Team China in the World's Division 1, D1B, the 2010 Olympics, and the Asian World Games. She's been captain of Team China in 9 events over the last 7 years. She'll sit for 2 minutes on interference call. Lauren Williams keeps the line, finds Miller through her legs, and off the boards. A little help from Nicole Anderson. Williams keeping the blue line, but it hops under her blade, and Worcester must clear and get out of the zone. Miller, a frequent mainstay on the Terrier power play when she had time at Boston University, cannot enter the zone cleanly. Slashed a bit by Carpenter. Those two played against each other for 1 year in Hockey East. Carpenter for Boston College. .112 to go as Shenzhen opts to send it all the way down to Fujimagari's end. Stopper on this play, Atkinson surveying the field. Rookie defender up ahead for Greaves. Leave it off pass, and flying after it, Stathopoulos. She's not going to win that race. Myers can't hold it in, and neither can kick him at the blue line. Lum spins her off the puck, and Rebecca Fleming will carry it in. Finds Myers to her forehand. Back for Atkinson, a shot. Newell the save, rebound chance. Fleming, and it's gobbled up by Newell. 36 seconds left of power play time. The Blades' only 2 goals of the series came Sunday afternoon on the power play with Chelsea Goldberg scoring both of them. She is not on the ice for this shift. Shot from distance as it's broken up and out of the zone. Unable to get there on the first try. As Myers slid to make that block. Anderson can't keep control of this pass. Atkinson. Back for Kickham, and with 18 seconds to go, one last rush up ice. Atkinson from her blue line, waits, And the red line finds a pass, and Melanie Jouet is the only one there. She sends it down. The Blades changing on the play. Power play is now over. 0 for 2 goes Worcester so far tonight. Williams from Miller. That combination so frequent for head coach Paul Kennedy and the Worcester Blades. Bunton moving up ice with it. Williams gets back. Fujimagari the shoulder save. The rebound is out in front, and big time Woods with the shot, banks off the glove and in. It's 3-0 for Shenzhen. Fujimagari extending all out to try to make that save, banked off of her glove, and it's a 3-0 lead for the visitors. Emma Woods, her first time on the score sheet as a goal scorer in this series. 149 games played for Quinnipiac. Courtney Turner pushes the faceoff forward. That is one of her trademark moves. Kaylee Mercer up ahead, Carpenter, and a 2-on-2 developing here. Bunton waiting for a passing to develop. She instead finds some space right into the legs of Greaves. Jouet cutting in, and a save made by Fujimagari. Bunton circling the wagon with it. Pass broken up by Fujimagari and Miller combined. Greaves, she's hauled down to the ice. Shenzhen, and a breakaway here for Anderson. Anderson coming on in. Save, rebound, and another save. 12:34 to go. Worcester will go back to the power play. Anderson nearly breaking up the 3-0 lead. Melanie Jouet will sit. Timeout Worcester. 12:34 to go in the third period, and we'll give you a look at the home bench. As Worcester calls the timeout, Paul Kennedy explaining what he wants his team to do on this, their third power play chance. The Blades ranked last in the league in goals for and in goals per game. 0.63 goals per game with just 12 goals on the season. Half of them coming in the third period. And two of those third period goals coming in Sunday's contest against Shenzhen. Timeout is over. 2 minutes are on the clock as Jouet sits. Another top defender gone for Shenzhen for 2 minutes. .34 left to go in the third period. We're back in action. Sheenan can't get it out. Megan Myers, keep it along the wall, find the captain again. Atkinson holding, waiting, firing. Shot gets saved by Newell. Myers for Atkinson again. Cross pass for Kickham is out of her reach, and up ahead comes the Rays. Miller dumps it in and will head for a change. 30 seconds gone by in the woman advantage. A goal in each frame for Shenzhen thus far, as Atkinson and Stathopoulos crossing pattern broken up at the blue line. Jumping all on pass was Jessica Wong. Wong hard into the boards. She'll dump it in again and head back to her defensive position. Miller, pass ahead is cut off again by Wong. Shenzhen gets back on side, and they'll play four corners with it. 62 seconds left to power play time, and Woods sends it all the way down, and Fujimagari watches it go by her glove side. Alexis Miller, Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia is where she calls home. Played her college hockey at UNH and BU. Goldberg across on the backhand of Turner. Turner from Miller. Off the wall. Turner looking for it again from Turner. Goldberg helps her out as she goes to the ice. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Goldberg spins, finds Miller. Backhand, she keeps it in. Flip it right back to her, and Miller cannot handle the clearance puck. Miller a quick turn. She'll have to carry it herself through the end. Megan Turner dropped for her. shot on, shoulder save, rebound is managed well by Newell. 7 seconds to go. Megan Turner going after it, as does Anderson. And the power play is over. Jouet exited the box a second early. Nobody caught it. Anyhow, Mercer up the wing for Ng. Shot on saved by Kickham before it reached Fujimagari. Courtney Turner spins all the way back, one-on-one with Sheenan. Greaves cutting in, going all the way back, and she cannot handle the pass. Ng was draped on her stick. Halfway through the third period, Shenzhen with a goal this frame to make it a 3-0 lead. Mercer keeping her footing, so no tripping call. Anderson dumps it in. Fujimagari puts a stop to it. Atkinson, and she's got to make a quick decision. She does. Ends up on the stick of Turner, who cannot get out of the zone. Miller, backhand pass, broken up by Kickham. Atkinson rides a player to the wall. Wong, waiting, finds a pass back from Miller. Wind and fire over the head of Fujimagari. Byway for Lum. Lum once more, cutting across Carpenter. That was Minghu. I apologize. First shot Lum, and another chance gobbled up by Fujimagari for the save. Shots on goal through 2 periods of action were 48-20 in favor of Shenzhen. Fujimagari making a lot of saves in today's contest to keep this at a 3-goal deficit. Carpenter out in front, cut off and nobody home. She was looking for Mercer, broken up by Harris. 9 minutes to play in the third period. Mercer with some speed. She still has a lot of daylight in those legs. Moving through, she has it again. Ends up behind Myers. Cannot break up the pass for Wong. Wong's got it again. Bunton trying to get open. She cannot. Bunton once more for Carpenter. Out in front, tries to stuff play. 2 tries and no go. Out in front, broken up by Fujimagari. No chance on the bid for Wong. Byway chased out of the zone. Bunton will spin it back. The Blades looking to get a change on with 8:30 to go in the third period, a 3-0 game. Goldberg off the boards. Newell barking instructions as Jouet circles, and will flip it back the other side. 8:20 to go, Anderson. Anderson knifing through the defense. On the back check, Megan Turner bumps the puck off of her. It ends up on the stick of Michelle Ng. Down low for Wu. Hard to the wall they go. Morgan Turner, Anderson, and a 4-car pileup. Morgan Turner's got it, and will flip it for Lauren Williams. Surveys the field, finds Megan Turner, who pops it into the Shenzhen bench, and all the coaches better watch out. 7:50 to go, face-off in neutral ice. Turner leaning in against Miller, as Miller wins it behind her. At the blue line, broken up by Harris. Harris gets around 1, and now that's Anderson, 19, not 18. She'll try her luck going all the way to the wall. Couldn't find a centering feed for Greaves. Anderson again, a backhand pass. Turner calling for it. Atkinson fires a shot. Stand-up save. Rebound chance backhanded away and sliding across in front of the blue paint on the shot from Greaves. Kickham off the wall. Myers coming in for it, and it's right into the waiting stick of Woods. Home run pass up ahead, and Minghu cutting in. One-on-one with Atkinson, chase to the wall, and that is where the play ends. Stathopoulos behind her for Atkinson. Break up again, pass, and right at the center ice logo, Carpenter's got it. 2 Shenzhen players collide. Sheenan now, waiting for the bid. Bunton off the pipe and in. It's in. I think that banked off Carpenter last. If it is, it's her second goal of the game, and a 4-0 lead for Shenzhen. Bunton's shot hit the post And we've hit the point in the series where Shenzhen isn't even celebrating the goals. They have outscored the Blades 13-2 in these 3 games. And there are still 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go as it's 4-0. Fleming up ahead. First one to it will be Shinan, no icing. Carpenter's second of the game. Six minutes and 20 to go. Bunton for Carpenter looking for 3. She can't find the pass. Myers poked out of the zone. Jishin, the first one there. Little hard to throw hats on the ice for any visiting fans. As you might be able to see, the netting in front of us makes it a little difficult to lob a head covering over. Morgan Turner going up for it, off the glass and in. Newell, a quiet period for her as she just stops it behind her net. Ng through her legs, through Miller's legs, and Anderson going with speed. A clapper right onto the chest of Fujimagari. 5 minutes and 41 seconds separate us from another loss for Worcester to extend the losing streak to 32 consecutive games. Byway sends it deep. Lauren Williams will flip it around. Greaves chasing it, and Wong will keep it alive. Turner looking for the 2-line pass for Anderson. Instead, it comes right back for Turner. And in a maze of bodies, somehow the play is offside. Hand pass in the D zone, so there's a Shenzhen player without a stick as she gets one from the bench. Miller for Williams. 5 minutes to go in the third period. Poked in by Anderson, ahead of the red line, no icing. Greaves using all of her strength to get through to this puck, and Courtney Turner was there in front. The bid was off the back of the netting. Big heavy play from Myers, nearly a chance on net on the bid from Turner. Held it at the line by Kickham. She spins it down below the goal line. Myers out in front, looking for the bank play, couldn't find it. Stathopoulos a shot. Chance save, rebound. Myers dives for it, can't get it. Stathopoulos, the Blades are buzzing here, but it's turned over, and Shenzhen comes back the other way. 4:30 to go in the third. Great chances there for Myers and Stathopoulos and for Greaves. Could not get a shot past Kimberly Newell. Woods cuts off this attack. And Shenzhen moves into the offensive zone again. Jouet rubbed off by Kickham. Atkinson around, stopped by Myers. Lum, Jouet bombs away. Jouet, and she's cut off by Fleming. Fleming deletes that play, now Kickham. 2-line pass for Myers, it's poked in and a little deep, a chance to change. Great shift for that line, but it still results in nothing on the board for Worcester. Megan Sperling breaking up this play. Chelsea Goldberg couldn't handle the pass the first time. Taryn Harris has the loose puck. Morgan Turner hammers it in. Newell, stopgap play. Couldn't keep it in front of her. As Rui. Little running room for Shin as she dumps it in. Sperling finds Goldberg. Goldberg up for Megan Turner. Off of her forehand, she'll chase it down. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go, a 4-0 lead Shenzhen. They've added 2 in this frame. Bunton getting around Morgan Turner. On her forehand, looking for a passing option. Finds Shinan, fires a shot, goes wide. Rebound chance, Bunton can't spin it to the front. Mercer waits, still has it in the faceoff circle. Cutting to the slot, a shot on shoulder, save for Fujimagari. 2 minutes, 49 seconds. Turner up for Anderson. Greaves cutting in. Backhand flip right onto Newell, and that will do it for the play. 2:39 to go in the third. We thank you again for joining us here from Worcester, Massachusetts. Our next broadcast will be February 2nd against the reigning Clarkson Cup champions, the Markham Thunder. Victoria Bach will make a return to Massachusetts for the first time since playing with Boston University in her senior season last year. A record-setting senior season. She had the Patty Kazmaier Award stolen by someone for Boston College, as a little bit of a pile-up in the crease. Fujimagari stopped play as Ng and Turner check on each other. The former teammates give each other some head taps. A nice little embrace from Megan Greaves. Two minutes and 27 seconds to go. Turner pushes it up ahead. Kept alive, and Greaves will chase after it. 2-on-1 developing with Myers. The Blades are onside. Greaves the pass, no go. Right to the front again. She'll chase down her own rebound. Blades just hunting to scratch the scoreboard. Shot all the way down, and this will end up being called for icing as Williams wins the race. 125 seconds separate us from the end of the game. As Shenzhen looking to extend their North American trip to 3 straight wins. 2 minutes even to go. Sethopoulos, as 3 Blades behind the goal line, emerge with it. Anderson going back for it, but Wong already has it for Shenzhen. Kept in at the blue line, Fleming, a chance. Sethopoulos couldn't get the tip on. Anderson misses the drive. And Shenzhen back with it. Lum, dump in. My bad, that was Byway, 2, not 7. Couldn't get a read on it with a scrunched up jersey. Atkinson, as Sethopoulos was heading for a change, and Shenzhen comes back in on side with Woods. She's got a goal tonight, missing the second one high. Goldberg keeps it along the wall. 77 seconds to go in the game. Up ahead, pass cut off from Turner. Other way comes Shin. Shin waits, fires, shoulder save, up and at him, and bounces still in play. Morgan Turner waits. Developing play here with the other Turner, Megan. Now Goldberg. Shin again. Shin Fang. Shot gets blocked up ahead. Sperling to the blue line, and Shenzhen holds, but it's bum rushed out by Morgan Turner. Goldberg, not a strong enough pass to reach Megan Turner. Under 40 seconds to go. Woods, as Shenzhen has taken more of a spirited scrimmage in the pace of this contest. Harris, all the way to the Vanke corner. Myers racing for it. Bracing for impact. Anderson, bump set, gets it back herself. Michelle Ng, out ahead of her, Courtney Turner. Final 11 seconds of action. Turner for Greaves, looking for some speed and some separation. Can't get the shake and bake. And that will do it for today's contest from Worcester. A 4-0 win for Shenzhen. And they sweep Worcester on the season, 6 wins to nothing. A 4-0 game. Shenzhen led by their goal scorers Alex Carpenter, and Kimberly Newell didn't have to do a whole lot to secure this shutout bid. We thank you again for joining us, as we'll give you a final look at the handshake line here in Worcester. Newell will lead it for Shenzhen. Megan Sperling will lead it for Worcester. This is the final game for most of the Worcester Blades here in January. Lauren Williams will be the only one to play another game as she travels to Toronto for the All-Star game. We wish good luck to Lauren Williams and all the players involved. Check the CWHL.com for more information regarding tickets and information about celebrity coaches. A couple Maple Leafs legends will be making the trip behind the bench, including Curtis Joseph. A 4-0 win for Shenzhen. We thank you for joining us on Worcester Blades YouTube channel. We will be back on February 2nd. Until then, have a great time. We'll see you later.